Today I have some super cool tips for you. Imagine that you are in a place and by your side there is a more mature woman, full of charm and mystery. How cool would it be to be able to chat with her, right? I'll show you how to create a super special connection with her in a respectful and thought-provoking way. Let's learn to talk in a way that makes her feel comfortable and interested in the conversation. I'll tell you all the little secrets to make her heart beat faster, but always in a comfortable and consensual way. Ready to learn the art of truly connecting? So check out the tips and come with me on this one. Before we start, make sure you are already subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any important content. Sit close. Connecting with someone is like building a friendship, and it needs to be done carefully so that everyone feels good and respected. If you want to get closer to an older woman you like, it's a good idea to find ways to be close to her without being obvious. Instead of directly saying what you want, make it seem natural. Imagine that you are in a restaurant. Instead of just sitting next to her, show her something fun or interesting. For example, you might have seen a really funny meme or found a cool story online. Use this as an excuse to sit next to her and show her what you found. The idea is to create moments to be close to her without feeling like you're forcing the situation. If you're already sitting together, keep showing them interesting things. It could be a funny photo or intriguing news. By doing this, you are creating a connection without drawing too much attention. This way, you can have fun together and get closer in a natural and relaxed way. Maintain her interest. Keeping the conversation interesting when you're sitting next to someone is super important for everything to go well. Let's imagine that you managed to sit next to her, but now you need to make sure the conversation is fun and enjoyable. First, it's important not to let the conversation get boring. Boredom can be a barrier, and you want to avoid that. Try to keep the environment happy and lively. Making her laugh is a great idea. If you can make her smile, you're on the right track. But remember, humor should be natural and not forced. Another tip is to share a little secret, something that isn't very important but is personal and that you feel comfortable revealing. This helps create a feeling of intimacy and connection, showing that you trust her and making her feel special, like she's part of a private moment. People generally like this level of openness, but it's important to choose a secret that's appropriate for the situation. For example, if you're talking about your favorite foods, you could talk about that time you tried to cook something new and ended up making a huge mess in the kitchen. It's a funny and personal story that can generate laughter and shows a more vulnerable side of you. Always evaluate the situation and make sure the secret is appropriate for the moment. With these tips, you can keep the conversation interesting and fun, ensuring that the time you spend together is special and memorable. If you think that these first tips have already helped you, leave a like and let's move on to the next one. Start chatting. Flirtively. Engaging in flirty conversation is like a smooth dance, where subtlety is key. After establishing a good connection with relaxed conversations, the next step is to bring a playful and flirty touch. This does not mean overdoing the compliments, but rather finding a balance where your intentions are clear but respectful. Start by offering genuine, discreet praise. Notice the small details and show your appreciation. For example, you could say something simple like, "You have a really nice scent," or "I really like the texture of that shirt of yours." These small comments can make a positive impact. Remember, less is more in this situation. You're not writing poetry, just spreading some tips of wonder. Keep the conversation light and fun, and let these subtle compliments show your interest in a respectful and charming way. Touch her fingers. Creating a connection with someone you like is like a dance, full of charm and respect. It's important to be kind and attentive to what the other person feels. When it comes to physical touch, the key is to be subtle. It's not about following strict rules, but about letting things flow naturally, always respecting the other person's comfort. Being smooth, a quality not everyone has, can make these interactions feel natural and easy. One way to initiate subtle touching is to find opportunities to lightly touch her fingers. Imagine, for example, that you hand her your phone and at that moment your hands touch. This simple act can create a special connection without feeling forced or uncomfortable. The important thing is to be present in the moment and let things happen naturally. This way you can get closer and create a genuine connection, full of respect and affection. Whisper in her ear. Imagine this. You are in a noisy place, like a cinema, a club, or a bar. You're super excited to tell something important to the older woman sitting next to you. What do? You lean in and whisper in her ear. It's a classic movement, but one that needs care. First, observe the environment and see if she is interested. If she leans toward you, smiles, or shows signs of interest, it's a good sign. But if she seems uncomfortable or looks at you sideways, it's best to stop. When you whisper, do it in a personal and gentle way. Maybe you can lightly touch her neck or let your lips brush her ear, but don't overdo it. The secret is to create an intimate moment, but always with respect. Remember, the key is to be gentle and respectful, creating a special connection without overstepping any boundaries. If done correctly, this gesture can make the moment between you much more special and memorable. Reach over her. Politely excuse yourself and reach for something, bringing your body a little closer to hers. This move can spark curiosity in her mind, making her wonder what you can do next. But remember, it is very important to be aware of limits. As you lean in, let her arm, not her hand, lightly brush against her. This subtle touch can create a feeling of closeness without being invasive. When you reach out, do so casually, like a light brush. The goal is to make her feel a connection, not discomfort. Always pay attention to her comfort level and observe her reactions. If she seems at ease, you're on the right track. If not, back off immediately. The secret is to be kind and respectful, creating a special connection without crossing any boundaries. Build her reciprocity. Creating reciprocity in a romantic interaction is like a mirror game, where you build a connection with the person you like. If she is interested, she will respond to your signals and actions. Imagine that you are sitting together and you start to make some light touches or move a little closer. If she's feeling the same way, she'll probably reciprocate. Watch her reactions closely. Does she lean in when you speak? Does she touch you back or get physically closer? These are signs that she is engaged and enjoying the interaction. It's like a dance, where you take a step and she responds. This reciprocity can be subtle, like her mimicking your body language, or more obvious, like initiating physical contact. When you notice these signs, it's her cue to follow up and step things up gradually. For example, maybe she starts talking in your ear or becomes more physically affectionate. This is the time to give back. Feel the energy between you and respond accordingly. If she's comfortable with your touching, you can gently place your hand on her leg or shoulder. The important thing is to always be aware of her comfort and respect her limits. If done correctly, this exchange of signs can create a deep and meaningful connection between the two of you. Take the interaction. Further, when you want to take things to the next level with someone you care about, it's really important to respect boundaries and be considerate. Start with an intimate conversation in a quiet place where you can open up and share thoughts, feelings, and desires. This helps create a deeper connection. Use gentle touches or light kisses on the ear to increase intimacy, but always respect limits. As the chemistry between you grows, pay attention to her reactions. If she reciprocates the energy, you can express your desires with words that make her feel special and appreciated. Be bold but always respectful, ensuring she feels in control of the situation. Physical touch can help build anticipation. For example, lightly brushing your lips against her skin can arouse sensations and create a sense of desire. As the moment progresses, be mindful of her comfort level. If she's not ready or wants to take it slow, respect that. Communication is essential. If she's open to the idea of taking things further, make sure everything is natural and consensual for both of you. Building trust and comfort is key, and taking the next step should always be a shared experience that strengthens the connection between the two of you. Guys, we've reached the end of this video. What was the tip that helped you the most or will help you the most? I want you to write in the comments. If you liked it, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support really means a lot and helps me bring you more valuable content. Remember, the key to building an electrifying connection with an older woman is to keep everything respectful, comfortable and pleasant for both parties. And if you want to learn more about women, click on this video on the screen.